Hello, this is John from Team Ultima. This is our latest version for our game, Control plus C. This here is our main menu. So you see here we have new game, instructions, level select, credits, end game, and our sound settings, which you just saw. Instructions, just like before, shows you how to play the game. Controls here, gives us how to control our character. So credits, shows all the people that have worked on the game, and it also shows our references for our game. And then sound settings, level select, change the name for each of our levels from instead of our name. We have the torch, the robot, the line, the black room, the maze, and the garden. So we'll start with the torch, which is the first level, meant to be as kind of like a basic level. One of the changes we have is instead of having the continue button for the message triggers, we can just click on the screen and it'll just go through instead. And now for this one, uh, there's kind of a window where you're able to do a copy. Just need to simply grab the treasures. Same as before, base enemies can avoid lightning. Our grunts here will be able to avoid damage. When we copy enemies, their stats also get copied. So see here I have more health. And then we're able to do a little bit more damage than our base bullet. Go. Oh, it's going to be electric, so I'm going to need to... There we go. Go through here. Another change that's been made is that the enemies have different colored fields of view, and when they start chasing the player, those fields of view will actually disappear. So it's a little less taxing on our game. And then we'll just go through here so we can put our last relic. And then the doors open, and the wind field is now here. Something I forgot to mention in the last level is that the mini-map, there's been some changes. You can see the field of view here for the enemies, where the enemies are, the layout. There's also these exclamation marks here. These shows where the objectives are, basically. So the relics, some of the other objectives like switches will be there in some of the later levels. This here is a teleporter for this level. We go here, takes us to where this purple dot is. I'm not a base enemy, so I can't do anything to that grunt, because you have to... There we go. Keep pressing C instead of X to copy. The relic. Now in this level, the three areas... Looks like I died. Just give it a little bit, and we're at the checkpoint. On this one, you have to kill the enemies in order to actually exit the level here. Go. So we killed the two grunts. Now we can leave from the store. You have to be a grunt in order to get through. Place the relic. So it looks like here when we've died, the level is kind we've lost our collider here. So that's a bug we had to fix. Just wondering why I couldn't interact with anything. But we do have our debug menu here, so we could just reset the level and see now everything is fixed. So that is a bug that we have. Speaking of the debug menu, backspace will bring it up here. We can hurt our player, kill the enemies, go to checkpoints. So if we go to checkpoint 2, we'll be at the boss area here. Kind of skipped it because we didn't go through the trigger. Define that. Go. Find that. There is like a window for the stun to work, so it can be a little finicky sometimes. That's probably something that we should work on as well. Grab that. Through here. I did do this level a little out of order, so it's kind of weird how it works. Get these so we can get out of here. There we go. Just put that there. Ooh. Ooh. Pools can be really annoying sometimes. That. We already have the green relic, so we could just do that. Doors open. And we've gone through. See the anime controller. Looks to be something with our, when it comes to our nav mesh. Or maybe when they die, because they're supposed to be disappearing after they do the death animations. But they don't seem to be. But go. Oof, these guys are after me. So here's a little thing. Explosive barrel shoots it. Causes damage to enemies around them. In a later level, we'll be able to actually blow up walls and everything too. Go. So those boss bullets can really push you around. So for here, we've got all the relics. Everyone is chasing us. This here is a double damage power up. So before we weren't doing as much damage, but now we do a lot more damage than before. Place this. That sound is a bug from when if enemies are in fire somewhere in the distance, like say a base enemy, they'll cause that damage sound. Now these are called sweepers. It's a new enemy type we have. In this level, we just have to kill everything to move on. It's just kind of showing us these new things. These just simply slide up and down, and if you touch them, they explode and deal about 20 damage to you. So we've got here. Hit me, but it's whatever, we got through. Here, this is a magician, which turn red and shoot fireballs at you. There you go. So Looks like that one barely just missed. Got rid of the first one, but there's still the second one, it looks like. These things move around a lot. I'll get you. Got him. Alright. Now these are bumblers. They're just enemies that, they're basically just as they sound. They're just enemies that move around and just kind of slide all over the place. If you get hit, they'll deal damage to you. But they're pretty easy enemies to deal with. You just kind of, you can just kind of trap them because they move around kind of like they're ice. Here we go. Last one looks like it's stuck here. Doesn't seem to have any health. And it's the last one we need. Oh, it's just the UI wasn't showing it. So now, just kind of, for this last room, they're just kind of putting everything together. Oh, there's the health. That's why I couldn't see it. It's a little off there. See all these enemies kind of slide around, and they can be kind of annoying to deal with, but them sliding around makes them a little easier to deal with. Some of these enemies seem to take a while to shoot, so upping our bullet damage might be something we need to work on as well. So just some little fixes here. Most of these things are pretty easy fixes, so it shouldn't be too much of an issue to get rid of this thing, because, well, nothing hit me. I think we're pretty close to getting everything on this level. I can see the Winfield right there. Looks like we have 3 more enemies we have to take care of, which looks like it's 2 sweepers and a magician according to the mini-map. We'll take care of that first, because that's easily the hardest enemy. Whoop. See, there we go. Last one here seems to be trapped. Might need to change the nav mesh on it a little bit. Maybe lower the area. Or widen it so that they don't accidentally slide out of the walkable zones. But anyway, so got through. There we go. Looks like you have to get in the middle there. These are the explosive barrels. This is the level where I talked about earlier. You explode the barrels and it'll break the wall. Some little debris from the wall there, it looks like. Through, this is kind of like a maze area. Just break through. Kind of have to find. Look. There you go. Create a little opening for me. Go. If you stand too close to the barrels, they'll also do damage to you as well. So that's something. Those bosses. That's something you should watch out for. Because you've already got enemies going for you. Don't really need to, you know, accidentally kill yourself or anything. I forget that we have the shield. It's actually really helpful. Accidentally clicked out there. Oof. Is that the right one? Nope. The ones with the multiple barrels are the right ones, it seems. Or, oof. Thank God for this. They got me. Checkpoint's really close though, so deal with it. Ah, there we go. The ramp here, go through, and now we're at our final level here, which is the garden. A little power up here. There we go. This one has a switch here that you just kind of go through, hit it, and there's a door open here, and the exclamation went away. So we'll grab the relic. Luckily, there seems to be some safe zones so that the enemies won't follow us, and we can kind of catch our breath through here. We have to go to the next exclamation part. Something else you might have noticed that I didn't mention before is that this plus sign here will show where the actual pedestals are. So if you're ever lost, you just take a look at the main map. Exclamation marks will take you kind of to where the next thing you need is. So like say the switch or the relic. And then the plus sign will take you to... That was close. Ah, he got me. Double damage is where the... go. I've been here. Ugh. I was hoping to avoid that. So, now we just grab the relic. The null reference in the development console. That is a known bug. It was in the last video we had too. Uh, I'm, oof, I'm personally not quite sure what it is. I think it has something to do with the inputs. Some of the inputs, because if I press space, it'll see it adds to it. So I think it's just because some of our inputs don't do anything. Something you probably saw too was once we enter the trigger, instead of having all these enemies rolling around before, they all spawned. Oh, I need to use the shield more. Go grab this relic. Grab that. Plus sign appears, tells me where to go. Trying to avoid all these guys, because, well, just got me. Through, and that's it. There's the windscreen, we got through. A couple bugs, but I definitely think we have improved quite a bit from our last video, definitely. And most of the bugs that we were able to see are definitely simple fixes that we would definitely be able to fix probably within the weekend before the next semester ends. So this was our newest build for Control C, and I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you.